All right, so we're here for another podcast, and I have a special guest today on the show, and it's Joel DeBoer.
Good afternoon.
Joel and I have been friends and project management acquaintances for
several
years here. And we were chatting earlier today about a phrase that I told Joel I was going to steal, but then rather than stealing it, I thought I would let him introduce it to you. And that phrase is
end to fail.
End to fail. So help them understand what we mean while we're talking end to fail.
So when most organizations look at any type of development endeavor or project endeavor, they look at end-to-end testing and user acceptance testing, etc. It depends on what your firm calls it. But it's the term is designed to discuss the entire life cycle of development. And that's not always how it works. Sometimes in an agile format, we've got these smaller chunks or chain links or whatever you want to call them, and those too need to be tested. But ideally, the development will lead to an end-to-fail concept, which is what I'm describing right now. So as each chain is added to the previous length of chain, ideally, the end-to-fail concept would say that we test from the beginning to where the development fails. If something more recently tested fails something back 2 links, our end to fail is back 2 links, and we rework those next.
Rather than end-to-end testing.
Rather than end-to-end testing.
We're talking end to wherever it is in the middle that we stop and we fail.
Yeah, exactly.
So I love that concept, and just...
And you fail faster, which is not a phrase that I coined, but it allows you to develop things more quickly, and you have more demonstrable code, more demonstrable results that typically project sponsors really like.
Yeah. So you'd just be, this is a concept, in particular we were talking about this in relation to working with a Kanban approach as opposed to, or maybe also you could use it in a more of a Scrum or time-boxed iteration approach, where a Kanban approach, you'd just be testing it a little bit as you go down the train of development, as opposed to trying to test the whole thing all at once. And in more of a Scrum or time-boxed situation, you'd do it link by link by link, like you were talking about.
Right. And often a really good quality testing organization is going to be more waterfall-oriented. They're used to having things brought to them, set on their desk, and tested.
A lot of the folks that are listening to this, I mean, that's why you come here to this website, is because I deal a lot with those situations.
Yeah.
Like waterfall people.
And it's really nice to be able to modify their thinking in such a way it's just like, okay. And what I found is that those people that are very end-to-end oriented, they need something that's completed, and then you hand it to them, they test it, and they move on, or approve or disapprove, and then you go back to the drawing board. And this end-to-fail concept allows them to become more engaged. There's much more collaboration. Things move faster when it does come time for a full end-to-end test that's demonstrated to all the sponsors and the business stakeholders. It's just a much easier buy-off when you've got these smaller pieces that have all got the good housekeeping seal of approval.
And the way to sell it with them is that, once we get to that end-to-end, once we've piled up all the pieces and we've gotten to end-to-end is very easy.
Simple. Very, very...
You've done it 50 times already.
Exactly. And in the meantime, that testing team can go off to test other things and be, as productive as they ever have been. Hopefully more.
Cool. All right. That's it. Just wanted to share the concept of end to fail. End to fail, end to fail, end to end.
End to end. Very good.
Thank you.
Day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.